Did you hear that?
On a recent trip with Whatthe Paranormal to Burnett Park, we concentrated our efforts on the century-old Burnett Bridge in the secluded area just outside Iowa Park, Texas. The story we had said a woman was found buried there sometime in the late 1970s, and there was a legend a man hanged himself from the bridge at one time. While some of that turned out to be incorrect, it only added to the evidence we captured.
Is that where they found the lady?
Could be.
There's a pile of some flowers down there.
Yeah. But yeah, it might be. It's odd they found her at all. This is the bridge. They say at one time, this may be legend, but supposedly a man hung himself from this bridge at one time. It was a very active bridge up until about the early 1970s. And then as they built a new bridge in a better location and the roads improved and all that, it's been pretty inactive for about the last 50 years. I could not confirm that a man hung himself from the bridge. However, they did find a woman's body, and we assume her body was probably found right over there.
And we also have James from A View from the Middle here with us today. So make sure you check out his channel link in the description and his video from here. So let's hope we find a bunch of stuff. Okay, see you soon. You always forget what to do. That's a sneeze. Bless me.
Yeah, this is kind of a spooky looking bridge to be walking on. Step lightly.
You hear some cracking? I'm gonna get on that if I hear something. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
So it looks like it's way off out in the middle of nowhere. There is a highway just right there. But even still, there are some folks down there. Like they were just looking around. It's kind of right into the sun. There's not much of a park to this park. There's just a couple of like picnic tables, and so it's amazing anybody found her.
Yeah.
You know, laying out here.
Especially if it was right over there.
Yeah.
And she was buried. But back in the day, that could have been cleared off some, and
Yeah, it has been.
trail go through there.
Yeah, it's been like 40 years since that happened. So.
Yeah, and like you said, this happened 40 years ago, in the 70s.
Is that the only one moving?
People stopped using this bridge around 1970, and she was
You see it moving?
Yeah.
Is that the only one?
Only one what?
Those things there, that bar there moving. I don't know if it's because we're walking on it or if maybe the wind's catching it. Or...
Yeah, it's because we're walking.
I asked who was here with us, and my dad said Robert, and I said, is that the person who hung himself here? And they said Ice.
Ice?
Yeah.
Ice?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I keep hearing humming over here, but I don't know if it's them or...
What was it?
Telling there's people.
Was it winter time maybe when maybe everything was iced over when he did it?
What can you do?
This is the Wichita River. This is what Wichita Falls is actually named after it. The Indians called this Wichita, which in their language meant knee deep, or waist deep, I think.
Bless me.
Bless you.
So,
And eventually Wichita Falls adopted that name.
my name is Lainey. This is Amy. That's James.
We're just curious to see if there's anybody here.
Said leave me.
So leave me.
Leave me. Do you
I
not?
don't want to leave you.
We just want to come and talk and see if you'd like to talk to us.
We are not here to hurt you at all.
Can't hear much of it.
Ooh, what's a hole? What's a hole?
I'm watching it. My feet are over it.
Mama doesn't say.
By the way, if they find this camera floating in the Wichita River somewhere,
It's because James wasn't watching where he was going.
Get in the grass. Take a shortcut.
there is no shortcut. It's everything's mud down here. Even the grassy areas are mud. But there is something written on this cross here.
I don't think I'm gonna come down there. I'll take it.
Okay.
Danielle. Well, maybe it wasn't as long ago as I thought, because it says discovered 10/19/2012.
Oh.
What?
This is recent.
So that's not that long ago. So 28. Danielle Hill. So that's everything I was looking at. It didn't
Say the name.
have a name on it or anything, and I took it to be that it was right in the middle of them talking about how it hadn't been active since the 70s. I assumed it was in the 70s when they found it. Just a few years ago.
Stand miscorrected. Instead of 1977, she was found and discovered 10/19/2012.
Wow, so I guess she had been missing for a while in our hearts.
Yeah.
So she'd been here for a while.
She was here for,
Almost 3 years.
yeah.
All right, well, Danielle, if you're here with us, my name's James,
My name's Amy.
I'm Lainey.
and we were just curious to know if anybody was here, if you had anything to say to anybody.
Is that bad?
Or if you wanted to tell us what happened to you.
Is that bad?
Bad.
Lainey up here on the bridge has a machine that will tell us what you're saying, and you can also talk into any of these devices here, and we'll be able to hear you.
Got a little blip.
If you touch this little box here, it'll light up, and that can also let us know that you're here.
There's a little blip.
Danielle, were you brought here and left? Or were you killed here?
A little blip.
Do you know who did this to you?
There's a little something there, getting quick little hits.
Maybe she needs to build her energy a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. So I'm sorry, we really don't know much about your story. So I know you went missing for a long time. wish we could let you know. We don't know if the person that did this to you got caught. Is there anything you want to say about what happened, or any kind of message you want to give to your family or anything like that? Splash, splash, splash.
Yeah, that didn't sound like normal
No.
waves or the stream.
That sounded like somebody wading through the water is what that sounded
like getting out of the water. I've heard that sound before at the Coatman's. Danielle, do you have a lot of people come out here and visit you?
Oh, shoot. I should have changed the battery in my voice recorder.
I'm sorry for what happened to you. We're not here to hurt you. We're just wanting to talk so you can come talk to us if you feel like it.
Y'all hear that?
A little bit. What was it?
Huh?
What was it?
Sound like a woman's hum out here. I'm not even kidding. I would not lie about that. Like out.
Are you up there talking to Lainey?
If there's anything else you can do, any other noise you can make, you can move something. I know it's difficult. We might not necessarily be able to hear you right now, but if you can move something or make some other kind of noise. Nah.
That clapping was from the people across
Yeah.
the way. We're trying to make sure we let y'all know when we hear them ourselves so you don't
Yeah,
think it's spirit.
I think we would just go ahead and wait until they left, but I really don't want to come back down here when
there's
it's...
no way we're going to be able to come. I'm
Yeah.
wondering if right here, if we went up around this tree and went up this way to that spot right over there, I think I'm going to try it and see.
Yeah, maybe.
So Danielle, if we can figure it out, we might be back down here. If not, you're more than welcome to come up to the top, to the bridge to talk to us, because we're going to stay here for a little bit. See if we can talk to you for a while. And if you don't mind, I'm going to leave my voice recorder down here. I'm going to have Lainey talk to me. I'm going to leave my voice recorder down here, and you're more than welcome to talk into it if you like. And we'll be back in just a little bit.